Do you like food? Would you like to have good food but pay less for it? You can get more bang for your bite with America's best value meal kit. Every plate is 25% cheaper than grocery shopping. No hidden fees, so you can count on great value week after week. Plus, you only pay for what you eat with pre-portioned ingredients, or what you need, you know what I mean. You can get $1.49 per meal by going to everyplate.com/podcast. Enter my code. And what is that? It's 49REEP. That's $1.49 per meal by going to everyplate.com. Enter my code 49REEP. That's up to $110 value. So get on it. All right, I say it's time to start the show. What do you say, boys?
Let's do it.
Let's do it, D. Allen Jackson.
Just a country boy, and he's making it good. He was y'all's underdog, dressed in bib overalls, living next to the woods. Likes to eat sushi, but he don't even fish. Not so much a country boy, it's more like he's country-ish. Moved down to Hickory, headed for Southern Cal. Wound up on TV and films, making Popsicle proud. Now this country boy is back with his family. Got himself a podcast, he knows it'll last, cause he's in Hickory. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Reep.
Wow, thank you. Wow. Thank you. What up, peeps or bumpkins? I want to welcome you to episode 188 of Country-ish. And today's show, it's like a deadly Oompa Loompa orgasm at a 7-Eleven. Yeah. Happy 7-Eleven Day. It's July the 11th. That's 7-Eleven. So it's a happy Slurpee Day. Did you get your free Slurpee? Why not? Should have. In best trends, Hugh Grant is trending. Why, actually? We're going to find out here in a little bit. Also, I got more residual checks. Call in later for your chance to win my money. I got like 6 of them over here. So who knows how much it is? You have to call in later. And in small town news, a nurse was fired for having an affair with a patient, and the patient died while having sex. He came and went at the same damn time. But first, I'm live right now on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Leave me a comment. Talk to me. I want to be interactive with you in real time. I got interns in here checking your comments. Sitting over here, I got Sergeant Mark having 8 balls deep. And sitting next to him is, what's his name?
Stranger danger. Stranger danger.
Stranger.
Elliot. Good to
I
have
was
you.
here last time. Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming back. Let me walk you around the room. Over here, I got my young 21-year-old hayseed Gen Z. I'm talking about intern Isaiah. And sitting next to him, a very famous guy. Well, his brother's famous. You know John Stamos? That is his little brother, Marcus Stamos. How you doing, guys?
What's up?
Thanks for coming back. We missed last week because it was America's birthday. But we're all up in here today, full house. Let me ask you a question at home. Do you like Slurpees? Huh? What's your favorite flavor? I've not had one of these things in a long time. So I'm going to try one. So apparently, because it's 7-Eleven, they were giving out free Slurpees, but only a small. And Elliot, you got this for us. Where did you have to go?
All the way to Claremont.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
If I could give a shout out to Caleb and Cherie at the 7-Eleven in Claremont off exit 135 off I-40, 2 of the nicest people on the planet. So if you're over in that way, throw them some business.
Thank
Wonderful
you
people.
For getting these. I know the rule was one person gets one small size Slurpee for free today.
Yes, sir.
But you went in there. How did you get? How many did you get?
8.
8 Slurpees for free?
For free.
Atta boy.
I just heard corporate chime in.
Yeah.
Ask and you shall receive.
How many flavors do they have?
4.
And that's it?
That's it.
So
He's
you got.
the
I'm,
goat.
I'm doing like a lime one because it reminds me of Sundrop a little bit. You got red, which is what, cherry?
Cherry.
Coca-Cola,
Yes, sir. Blue raspberry,
blue raspberry,
and that's lemon.
huh?
That
And
one is lemon.
Yeah, no grape.
No grape, no sir.
Interesting.
That used to be one of my go-to. Was grape.
Yeah, I love grape. Now, do you do Slurpees much,
I
Isaiah?
haven't had a Slurpee in a while.
Me either. I don't normally do these because it's like a brain freeze, right? You suck on these too hard, that's what she said, then you get the brain freeze, right? So what about you at home? Do you like Slurpees? Leave it in the comments section. What's
Used
your
to be
favorite flavor?
7-Elevens everywhere. There's only like.
There's-
so he had to go a long ways to
Yeah.
find a 7-Eleven. They
A
used to be
long
all
ways, it's only like 15 minutes.
Well, we don't have one in Hickory. You would think Hickory being the big city that it is
It is a metropolitan.
40,000 dang residents,
But you'd have a 7-Eleven.
there'd be one 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven?
Yep, but they don't. All right, I say we jump right into our first segment. What I do here is I go on the Twitter, right? Maybe the threads. And I find out what it is other people are talking about, right? Because on a hashtag, it's how you know we're in the know. We're keeping up with the Joneses. It's called, ooh, it's the best trends. Here's what you're talking about. Woo! That Slurpee has given me gas. Speaking of gas, I'm going to Gastonia Thursday night.
Nice segue.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah.
Come see me in Gastonia at the Caramount Park. I'll be doing stand-up in there, me and Brent Blakeney. Anyway, here's what is a trending. Brought to you by, how come you guys haven't reminded me of this in a while? Brought to you by Hendrick Honda Hickory. Are you in the market for a new vehicle? How about a used vehicle? What about a hot dog? Go to Hendrick Honda Hickory. Tell them John Reep sent you. All right, they'll hook you up. All right, here's what is trending. Hashtag Willy Wonka, Oompa Loompa, I can't talk today, and Hugh Grant. All of that's trending simultaneously. Did you guys know, are you aware that they're doing a new Willy Wonka movie?
Yes, I actually saw the trailer earlier today.
Yeah, so I think the trailer dropped or something today, and it's a prequel. So it's not like they're redoing Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. They're actually doing a prequel, an origin story of Wonka. So I'm happy about that, because you cannot recreate the magic that is the original Willy Wonka. What's his name?
Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder. He killed it. No one can recreate that, but the best thing you could do, because people love that movie, origin story. So I'm happy about that. I'm kind of excited for it. But what people are talking about is one of the Oompa Loompas is Hugh Grant. And they have him playing this little flute, and he starts dancing in it. I don't know why this is a big deal to a lot of people. I don't mind Hugh Grant. I actually kind of like him, but not as much as other people do. Like, I guess chicks love him. He's a big romantic actor with that English accent, you know, a lot of romantic comedies, but I don't get it. I think there's better looking dudes than him. But
Who would you have picked to play that role?
well, this is another thing that's happening. He's not in real life a little person. He's
No,
not a
he's
dwarf.
He's a tall
So some
fella.
people are mad, like they're, you know, because everything's woke and correct now. They should have hired actual little people to play the Oompa Loompa.
Your
instead.
brother.
Jason Reep.
Your little brother
could
would have played
done
a
it.
good Oompa Loompa.
My brother's what, 3'2",
He's
like
3'5", actually. I think.
3'5", yeah. With if he's wearing his.
Your mama's high heel church shoes.
But yes, so does it bother you that Hugh Grant is playing a little person, Oompa Loompa? Oompa Loompa. Why am I saying that wrong? What do you guys think?
Doesn't bother me.
Do you like Hugh Grant?
I just hope he doesn't hang himself like the remember the original. That's Wizard of Oz. You know, so
They're cousins.
Hang on.
yeah.
Continue. Finish your thought out.
What was the movie where they were shooting in the background? The guy hung.
The Wizard of Oz.
That's Wizard of Oz.
Who hung himself?
One of
One of the crap.
Flying
Munchkins.
monkeys?
Yeah, the Munchkins.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Munchkins.
Yeah, so
Wait,
that's-
one of the Munchkins from Munchkin Land hung themselves?
Yeah.
When?
You can
During the
actually
movie?
Yeah.
That's
Oh, I don't
just
know
a
about that.
theory. That's not it's not proven.
Pretty sure.
Is
I
this like a
saw it.
Mandela effect? Or we're not sure if it actually exists.
It's not a Mandela effect either. It's just they think that's what.
I bet Alan knows.
I wonder if one of our interns could use that Google box in front of him and look it up.
I'm looking at it.
Yeah, so no. I don't think...
But one of those would have played a good Oompa Loompa. One of those little
yeah.
monkey things.
Like actual
Munchkin.
little people.
the Munchkin. Yeah,
I follow Brad Williams, a comedian. He's a little person.
Okay.
Funny guy.
What was the guy
he
that was in
pretended to be
Jackass?
upset. He pretended to be upset about this. Not my Oompa Loompas. I will never support this.
Yeah.
There's many unpaid little people out there that would have loved this job. But he's just kidding. I know he don't give a shit. What say you? Does it bother you? Are you excited for this film? I kind of am, but that's what they're talking about. Any interesting comments, guys, in the comment section?
Well, we would like to wish Jacob Wheat a happy 40th birthday.
Happy birthday, Jacob Week.
Happy birthday,
We love you, buddy.
That's Road Warrior.
Yeah, Jacob Wheat, Patreon supporter.
Yep.
Good, all-around good guy. Any interesting thing in the comments section? I'm looking at Ball and Isaiah. We got 3 interns.
Oh, I was
What's
looking up the
happening?
hanging myth.
Oh yeah, okay. What?
It's saying it's an urban legend. So
Yeah.
it's,
But we are live on Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah,
right?
we're live on both, and
Yes, sir.
people are participating. But I did stop looking at comments to look up that
Thank
that you
you.
were asking.
Yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
So
Urban
they are
legend.
saying it's an urban legend. There
Okay.
was a scene that kind of looked questionable,
Yeah.
but they said as they pan it off that you can actually see the head move.
I don't know why I didn't know this.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I-
And they
the
said
thing.
I'm
that,
surprised you did.
I know.
You don't know anything about movies.
Exactly.
and they said it's a silhouette of a bird, is what it
Yes.
Oh, that's
says.
interesting.
So nobody died.
No.
Oh,
Well,
damn.
have you heard of the one in 3 Men and a Baby?
No.
Like there's a scene where in the background you see a ghost or something. Like it's like another human figure in the background of a scene that they're no one is supposed to be there.
3 Men and a Baby.
With
The original one,
the one with
Ted Danson and
Ted Danson, Tom Selleck,
Tom Selleck and
Steve Gutenberg.
Steve Gutenberg. That's right.
Directed by Leonard Nimoy.
The Goot.
Captain Spock.
Yeah. All right.
Y'all know way
So,
too much about
how was
movies.
your 4th of July, boys? Did you have a good one? What'd you do for America's birthday?
Who goes first?
Whoever starts talking. I'm looking around.
Mark
got my
Ball?
head on a swivel.
Mark Ball.
Mark Ball, what'd you do?
I actually didn't do anything except for go to the theater to see Indiana Jones.
All right.
Oh, I've heard good things about that.
It was good, but it still left some holes. But they did say this was the final one, so I guess those holes are going to stay open.
But did anybody's heart get pulled out of their chest?
Right.
Not this time.
Oh.
Did
no.
any Nazis get melted?
No, but
Okay.
what it is was more of a portrayal of that dial is a time traveling dial when the both pieces are put together.
Time travel's involved?
And because it's Indiana Jones and time travel, Nazis had to be involved.
Count me in. I do enjoy a time travel movie. I saw the movie Flash. Jody and I went to go see The Flash. Very good movie. I liked it. It's not doing well. Everyone is saying like this is the worst one in that series of Marvel or DC I forgot which one it was. But it's because the guy who plays the Flash is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Like he's been getting in a lot of trouble. Like he'll go to karaoke bars and start fights with people.
Really? In real life? Because
Yeah,
he thinks he's the Flash.
He's like an insane person.
So he thinks he's on.
But I think he's a
real
good
Flash.
actor, and I enjoyed the movie. It has time travel in it. Okay, so for the 4th, you and me,
I came to your house.
you did.
I came to your new home. We celebrated the 4th in your new neighborhood, and I hope we did not embarrass you.
Not at all.
Because there's a lot of there's a lot of big houses in your neighborhood, a lot of probably highfalutin people, and we've been drinking for quite a few hours, and so I just hope we didn't embarrass you. And if we did, I apologize.
If anyone embarrassed anybody, it wouldn't have been you. We have a friend called Too Truly Julie.
Yeah,
No, she didn't. It was fun. So our neighbors are in a band, and they played music. There were fireworks in our neighborhood that went off.
There were some
Apparently,
big
they do this every
fireworks.
year, and it was the first. I've only been there 3 weeks.
there was a lot of big fireworks, and then there was a couple of the little Walmart fireworks. Mm-hmm. So they mixed it up pretty good.
Yeah, it was a good time. Nobody got hurt. All my fingers are here.
Yep.
So that was good.
You
What
didn't
say
do
you?
like that football player.
Oh God, Yeah, what do you remember that guy's name?
Played for the Giants.
Yeah,
Jason Pierre Paul. I think.
Yeah, he
Fingers
blew off 1 or 2 fingers, didn't
And I
he?
think
He was a damn good.
He still plays.
yeah.
He did for a minute. It's not like
Didn't he
he's
do it twice though, or was it just the one time?
If he did it twice,
I think it's
that's
two
gonna be the
fingers.
longest
Never
story
said
of
he
all
was
time.
smart.
Yeah.
One time, 2 fingers.
Which one is worse, that one or Plaxico Burress, who shot himself in the leg with his own gun at a nightclub because he had it in his pants?
Yeah,
And they
I remember
both
that.
played for the Giants.
And they both played for the Giants. Idiots!
It's a giant curse.
Get your stuff together.
Or
New York.
initiation.
Yeah.
All right, so if you've been following me on social media at all, which I hope you have, and thanks for watching, I'll give you a Popsicle update. My dad has been going through it with his dang kidneys. My mom's going to call in here in a minute. Mom, if you're watching this, go ahead and call in so you can vent and give everybody at home a Popsicle update. I'll give you some of the highlights before she calls in. He had to be kind of rushed to a hospital from the skilled nursing facility because his kidneys got infected. They weren't working. I'm going to text my mom right now so she knows. I told her 8:30, it's 8:20. So I'm going to go ahead and just hit her up with a text and say, Mom, call in now. I love live show business. But no, we had to rush him to a hospital at Catawba where they took very good care of him. They basically had to put stents in his kidneys. All right, let me backtrack. He got, I don't know if I've talked about this on the show no, we weren't here last week. So,
I think you did touch on it the week before, though.
yeah, so he had a stroke 5 years ago, and we think the reason why he had the stroke was because he had kidney stones, and they did lithotripsy, and we think that jostled a blood clot or something, and it went to his brain and caused a stroke, massive stroke. Mark, you were there. It was bad. But, so we think that's why he had the stroke. But that was Thanksgiving Day about 5 years ago, right? So now, fast forward 5 years later, the kidney stones never got dealt with. And they've just been growing and growing for 5 years.
Oh my God.
And it finally caught up with him. Is that my mom? All right, let's get Mimosa in here and let her give us a little bit of a Popsicle update. If y'all have any questions, feel free to ask as well.
Hello.
Hey, Mom, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can
All right.
hear you.
Can you turn her up a little bit in here, guys? Count to 5, Mom.
1, 2.
That's good.
3.
All right, perfect. All right, can you give everybody a quick little update on Popsicle? I was just telling them about how he was at Catawba and they put stents in his kidneys to drain them out. And can you go from there a little bit about what's been going on?
Well, he was in the hospital about 7 days, and during that time, they really couldn't do anything to the kidney stones because he was so infected that they had to let all that infection drain out.
Right.
And so after, on the 7th day, they sent him back to Trinity Ridge. And then he was supposed to go see Dr. Edwards on...
Urologist.
Yes, the urologist at Beaumont Urology on Thursday, July the 6th at 11:05. And so I had a doctor's appointment that morning, and I told them that I would just meet them over there. So at 10:24, they called and said that they were having trouble getting David transferred because they didn't realize that he was going to need to be on a stretcher. He could no longer sit in a wheelchair.
Right.
because-
Let me jump in here. So my dad has been, his knee has been up. Like he sits in his bed like this with his leg up, and so it's froze that way. He cannot straighten his knee out because he's been sitting like that for so long. You can't straighten it out.
Locked up.
So that's part of it. And of course, he still has the stents and the tubes coming out of his body. So they could not get him physically into a wheelchair to get him in a van to take him to the urologist. So they had to call an ambulance. Is that right, Mom?
Yes.
All right.
But I said, well, his appointment's at 11:05. Will the ambulance get him to his 11:05 appointment? And she said, let me call Viewmont Urology and I'll call you back. So she called me back and she said they've extended the appointment to 1:45 that afternoon. So I was there at 1:40, and at 1:46 they weren't there, and I called them and I said, where are you? Well, the ambulance is just getting here. So they got David over there by 2:15, which means we lost the first appointment at 11:05 and was 30 minutes late for his 1:45 appointment. Then we get in there and they said, the doctor wants an x-ray, but he's on a stretcher and we can't get him through our narrow little hall into the x-ray room. So you need to take him down to the hospital and get an x-ray and then you can come back. And so the ambulance driver said, well, you're going to have to call and make an appointment. You have to call dispatch so that we can get on the schedule to pick him up or take him anywhere.
Right.
So they didn't get that. They just took him back to Trinity.
So basically,
July
that whole day was nothing. Like that,
Exactly.
That whole day, we were just supposed to go in there and get an appointment, and none of that happened. And it's like one person's not communicating with the other person, and no one is on the same page except for Betty Reep, who's trying to organize all of this.
Yep.
And, they just got to get their stuff together. Trinity's got to get their stuff together. The urologist has to get their stuff together. The van driver, the ambulance, all of them. Right, Mom?
Right. So the next morning, our van driver, Trinity Ridge's van driver called to make the appointment through their dispatch to pick up David to take him to the hospital to get the x-rays.
Yeah.
So they picked him up, took him to get the x-rays, and then brought him back. So they said, okay, Dr. Edwards wants to see you in his office Monday, July the 10th. Mm-hmm. So ambulance picked him up again, took him over there, finally got to see the doctor, and he looked at the x-rays from the Catawba imaging, and he said the lithotripsy that we had talked about, I don't think he's a really good candidate for that because his stones are so big. It has to be a 100% success, or that blasting could cause that 18 millimeter to break up into 3 or 6, 3
right.
8 millimeters or 6 3
Right.
millimeters or whatever, but he would have to get rid of, he'd still have to go through pain of passing all those kidney stones.
And that's what was one of my questions, is he even physically able to pass a kidney stone because he can't even stand up? He's laid back. It's the other way. Gravity would be working against him.
Right. So he said, I'm going to refer you to, there's only one of two places that are specialized in doing this particular kind of surgery, and that's Wake Forest or some hospital in Charlotte. So we're going to Wake Forest. He said, I'm going to send in an urgent request for emergency surgery to get this done. Yeah. And so I kept calling Viewmont Urology to find out if they've made the call and when it was. And she said, oh, yes, it's going to be this on Friday, July the 14th. Right. I said, oh, my gosh, that's this week.
Yeah.
So
8 in the morning.
8:45 in the morning. We have to be in Winston at this clinic to see a Dr. Jennifer Tidwell.
And thank goodness you had another son named Jason.
Yes.
Who lives in that area. And you're going to go stay with him Thursday night. So you'll just wake up and be down there, right?
Right.
Okay.
And
good to know. Now, tell everybody about hospice, too, because I mentioned on Facebook and Instagram about hospice, and that's where everybody starts getting concerned because they think, when they hear the word hospice, they think, okay, it's over. They're getting him prepared for his demise, but that's not what's happening, right?
Right. It is just for extra care and extra eyes on David because the different shifts up at Trinity Ridge, they have not been communicating with each other at all. First shift doesn't tell second shift what's going on. Second doesn't tell third. Third doesn't tell first. Nurses don't correspond with one another, and it was just one big mess up.
Yeah.
So this is just to make sure that somebody is feeding him, not just setting a tray down before him and walking out.
Yeah.
He has to have somebody holding a fork and actually feeding him now. He can't even do that anymore.
Yeah. So Isaiah, you're there. Won't you get on these people?
Yeah, I'm gonna jump on him. Well,
Crack
I
the
even
whip
had
over
to
there.
go into his room one day and feed him.
Yeah.
And I was on a different hall, so I had to walk all the way to the other end and get somebody to do my dishes
Wow.
to feed your dad.
How many?
Sacrifice.
I appreciate you doing that though, for real. I mean, how many people come and go so quick? The turnover there is amazing. Like they can't keep anybody good, and no one really wants those jobs. They use them as a stepping stone to something else. So, and they're not, like Mom said, they're not communicating with each other, and things
No,
are not
it's-
happening that are supposed to happen.
It's systemic with a lot of Mount Airy, Hickory,
Yeah.
Winston, all
Yeah.
that.
So it's bad. But Mom, all right, thanks for calling in because I've been getting a lot of questions about Dad. So I just wanted to get everybody on the same page. Quick Popsicle update. So thank you, Mom. I love you.
Love you too.
I'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
All right, that's Betty Reep, everybody. Mimosa. All right, let's read some comments from last week. Last week I said, have you had the Grimace milkshake? Some of you answered that question. Some of you didn't. Let's read some comments. Rick Sanford III, we love him. He said, nothing screams country-ish like the words, one more sip, and someone with the shirt off while porno music plays. Isaiah, Ned Beatty panel, pulled the short straw on that one. I smell sex and milkshakes here. Isaiah sitting in that chair. He's casting devious stares in all directions while he slathers it with cream. Yeah. Hey, Mama, I wish it was a dream. So here's what happened last week. We made a dare because last week it was a Grimace milkshake. This week, slushies. So I sort of mentioned in the show, if we get to, 50 shares, that means you have to physically hit the share button at the bottom of this. If we get to 50, Isaiah will take his shirt off and just pour the Grimace shake on his bare, naked chest and rub it in his nipples. And by gosh, we got to 67 shares.
Right.
So now I'm thinking, because we have these, we got 8 of these, don't we? Yes, sir. We have 8 Slurpees. They're in the fridge back there. This one's lime. If we get to 75 shares, Isaiah, well, what are you going to do? You want to dump it in your pants?
Yeah, I'll dump it down my pants. Heck with it.
We'll go outside with the mobile, the wireless camera, and we will record Isaiah dumping this in his pants or on his head. You decide. I don't care either one, which one, but 75 shares. So let's get on that. Let's do it. All right, Jacob Triplet. He says, when we bought our house, I was in Louisiana for 2 months. My wife moved everything to the new house. Yes, he's talking about how I moved Jody when we bought the house. I basically went to a U-Haul place, got Jody the U-Haul, and I skipped out of town.
Yeah, you had to go to work, right?
I had to go to work to Atlanta. I came back, and all the stuff was moved in there because I have the best friends ever. Thank you for doing that while I was gone. So, I hear you, Jacob. Mike Gibson, he goes, can't wait until you come to Gastonia. You need to get some Tony's ice cream. What's this Tony's ice cream? Have you had it, Mark?
Yeah, I've been.
You don't do ice
I've
cream.
been there. I don't like ice cream, but I've been there. It's been there since like the 30s, 40s. It's
All right.
a long-standing ice cream.
Well, Mike Gibson, maybe I'll do that. Tony's ice cream. Gastonia coming up this Thursday. Aaron Robinson, he said, probably crush bugs like Starbucks unicorn drink. Turned out it was some type of beetle or something. I think he was responding to what is in the actual Grimace milkshake. He seems to think there's probably crushed bugs in there. Now, did Starbucks get in trouble for having bugs or beetle in one of their drinks? Is this a thing? It doesn't surprise me if it's true. I know that's what some of the environmentalists are trying to get us to eat bugs. I see it on the news all the time. Adam Emerson, how did Grimace get so heavy? Its arms was like a foot long. It's not like it could reach any food. Good point, Adam Emerson. He also went on to say Grimace would have died from diabetes a long time ago. That's true. He is very unhealthy. Vanessa Boiling, she said, you went to school with my nephew, Drew Bullock, at Fretty Ford High School. I remember you playing on one of them there air horn instruments in the band. You were the entertainment at games. Love you, John. No. I hate to call you out, Vanessa. This happens all the time.
Yeah, I think she's talking about the big things that people blew into that made the big noise. I think you probably did do that during the games.
Well, she says in the band. I was never in the band.
You were always on the football team.
I played football.
Yeah. Oh,
the band cheered for me.
yeah.
We lost every game we played, but nonetheless,
You might have won.
I was never in the band, Vanessa.
Nerd.
So this is some sort of weird Mandela effect memory that you have. I want to know what year you graduated, too. People get this wrong all the time. They'll say, yeah, I went to school with him. He was funny. Or they'll say this or that, and I'll go like, when did you graduate? They'll go, oh, like 87? I'm like, or they'll say like 98. I go, I wasn't even there in 98.
2010.
Yeah, right.
You was in college in '98.
That's right. Thank you. All right, listen, we got a lot more country-ish to do. We got money to give away. We got a Goodwill Hunting to play and a great small-town news story. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more country-ish right after this.
I don't know if we can finish this job. All I got are these 16D common mills.
Yeah, and obviously we need 20-day sinkers.
What's all the fuss about? Tell you what I do, boys. Make it a sun drop.
To nail the fence?
Guests are going to be here any minute. Where are the drinks?
Oh, I forgot the drinks.
What are we going to do?
Don't y'all worry about that. We're going to make it a sun drop.
We really missed the mark in quarter four. We have got to get sales back on track. Who's got ideas for us?
I'll tell you what I'd do. I'd make it a sun drop.
Thanks. Call security, please.
Ma'am, there you go. Remember, when you're in a tough spot, make it a sun drop. All right, as you know, or maybe you don't know, I've talked about this many times on the podcast. We have a support page, and there's many ways that you can help out, different levels that you could sign up on. If you got some money and you want to help us keep the lights on here, you could do that. The highest level that you could join is called the Platinum Elite. And if you sign up as a Platinum Elite supporter, you get to be a guest on the show. And we have our first one here tonight. And he's sitting right here. His name is Zach Reep. How you doing, buddy?
Good, how are you?
Now, I'm not going to lie to you. We have the same last name, right? R-E-E-P. This is my brother's son, Zach. And I just bought a new house not long ago. Well, not just me and my lovely wife, Jody. Hey, boo-boo. And Zach has started his own company, and it's Reep's Power Washing.
That's right.
That's right. And we worked out a deal where I would give him some advertisement if he came and pressure washed my house, and he did an excellent job.
That's right.
So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Now, was that a hard house to clean?
Not really. It looked like it might have been cleaned within the last year or so.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't necessarily dirty, but
Yeah.
it definitely needed it in some spots.
The house was built in 1988. The people who owned it before us they kept it up pretty good.
Right.
But it's like 4,400 square feet, right?
Yeah, it was definitely one of our biggest houses so far. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it needed it.
So how did you get started in all this? I mean, how old are you right now?
I'm 20 and be 21 in October.
All right.
So
Not even 21 yet. Started his own business.
That's right.
What
And-
made you want to get into this whole thing?
Well, I started working with a pressure washing company as of last summer, And I worked for it, and I just fell in love with it, and kind of realized I could do this on my own. So this spring, I was like, I'm gonna do it. I seen a bunch of TikToks, actually. It was about how you could be your own boss and do all this and work your own hours. So I was like,
well, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
So how did you, you went out and bought your own?
Right. I actually started with a pump up sprayer, like the ones with the weeds.
Yeah.
That and a broom. And I went door to door, and I offered gutter. At first, it was called Reep's Roofs or something like that. And we started out just doing roof washing and gutter washing.
Okay.
But usually people just wanted their gutters cleaned out, so we just saved up enough money, ended up buying a pressure washer. I had a trailer, and just got started from there.
So you've got tell everybody what all the equipment you have. What do you actually possess that you can come, if someone wanted to hire you, tell them everything you could do.
Right, so we offer a house wash, roof wash, concrete, garbage pads for the commercial jobs, fleet washing, which is with the trucking companies and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then it's more of a soft wash based. So we take a chemical, we spray it on the house, let the chemical do all the dirty cleaning, and then we go behind it and rinse it.
Did a great job with our driveway, and we have a patio in the back where I don't think anyone's cleaned that thing in a long time.
Yeah, that one definitely needed a wash.
Yeah.
That was the dirtiest spot. But
well, where can people find you if they wanted to hire you? Where would they go?
You can find me on Facebook. It's Reep's Power Washing.
Okay. We'll put a link to it up here, and with the can they call you? Do you have a phone number? Okay. What's your phone number?
704-740-7725, and my email is reepspw@gmail.com.
All right. So I know you got all kinds of equipment. Do you have to bring your own water, or do you use the water?
Yeah, we have a 500-gallon water tank that we like to at least bring around 250 to 300 gallons every time. And then we ask each one of our clients if we can hook up to their water. It just helps us out.
Yeah.
Instead of bringing all 500 gallons just because of the responsibility behind it, pulling all that.
Now I'm in Hickory, but where all do you service?
Right, so we do we're from Lincoln, and we service Hickory area, Statesville, Charlotte, Lake Norman, Huntersville.
Oh, okay.
Anywhere within 30 to 40 miles.
And how many people? Is it just you and that? What was your buddy's name?
Ethan.
Just you and Ethan so far?
Morris, yeah. He helped me out a lot with, he actually does the advertisement for me.
Okay.
And his name is Argyle Creative.
Okay.
So he definitely helps me out a lot.
All right. Well, look, for real, if you need a power pressure washing, right, and you want to help me help my nephew, do it. Call this guy.
That's right.
You can't beat his prices. Yeah. All right, buddy. Thanks for joining me, and thanks for doing that. And so he's going to be a sponsor. This is what you get if you sign up at the Platinum Elite level. You can come in here and talk to me as long as you want, and we'll talk about your business. Today it's Reep's Power Washing. So I'm going to get one of them hats too, right?
Yeah.
All right. One. Thanks for joining us, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Hey everybody, Captain John Reep here at your service, and I want you to go cruising with me on the Sea Amigos cruise, baby. Brand new ship, Royal Caribbean's Wonder of the Seas. It's the world's largest cruise ship. Come aboard! I'm expecting you November 5 through 11, baby. Comedy, karaoke, podcasting. Come get tropical with us in November. November the 5th, we leave out of Port Canaveral, Florida, and we're cruising to Perfect Day at Coco Cay, Cozumel, Mexico, Costa Maya, Mexico, and Roatan, Honduras. It's gonna be a breeze. We're doing an 80s, 90s karaoke themed night. Come dressed to impress for that. We're doing stand-up comedy from yours truly and other friends. And we're doing a VIP free cocktail meet and greet night. And I want you to come hang out with me on the Sea Amigos cruise. Book your cabin right now. Go to johnreep.com/cruise. We'll see you on the ship. That's right. Book that cabin. There's not many cabins left. I want to say, last I talked to Johnny, it was maybe 10.
Last I talked to Johnny, it was like 6. So.
Okay, so it's getting down to
nitty gritty.
Bear time.
The wire.
Go time. Get on it. All right, look, are you looking to budget your food expenses this summer? You should get more bang for your bite with America's best value meal kit. Every plate is 25% cheaper than grocery shopping. No hidden fees, so you can count on great value week after week. Plus, you only pay for what you need with pre-portioned ingredients. Stay cool this summer with oven-free meals. Every plate's easy, no oven dinner recipes. Enjoy satisfying, flavorful options like linguine with burst tomato and kale, Cantina-style shrimp taco bar, beef banh mi bowls, that you can whip up after a long summer day. No oven required. Get more out of your cooking with Big Batch Faves. Every plate selection of hearty meals, perfect for any big gatherings you're hosting this summer. Think satisfying filling dishes like Tex-Mex, black Billy Cheene, and beef bolognese at double the serving size. So you can cook once, eat twice, and enjoy more for less. Get $1.49 per meal. That is incredibly cheap. $1.49 per meal by going to everyplate.com/podcast and enter the code 49REAP. Okay, that's $1.49 per meal by going to everyplate.com, and you're going to save. That's up to a $110 value. And this is no joke. Me and my mom do it. Me and Jody do it. And it's fun. You're in the kitchen together. You're cooking together. And the food is great.
It's easy.
It's cheaper than going out to dang Hardee's.
Easy
and
peasy.
It's better for you. So I'm all about it. All righty. I say we get to our next segment. What do you say, boys?
Let's do it.
Any interesting things in the comments section?
Just a lot of what we talked about, the people commenting on the movies, the urban legends, ghosts, etc.
Okay.
And we have 80 shares.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I said 75. We're at 80 shares. But that doesn't mean we want to discourage people from continuing to share. Right. So now maybe we offer something if we get to 100.
What will you do?
So we're at 80 shares now if you dump one of these Slurpees on your body somewhere.
Shirtless.
Okay, down his pants is 80.
Yep.
We get to 100, it's
top
down
of
his
the head,
pants
maybe?
with the shirt off.
Oh.
Yeah.
What do you say? Yeah?
Yep.
Are you saying
Sure,
yes to this?
Let's do it.
All right. I love that, dude.
What a team player. Really good sport.
All righty. Let's move on to our next segment. Don't forget, I got money to give away here in a minute. So, as you guys know, there's a lot of negative things going on in the news all the time. We don't talk about that. You can get that news anywhere else. We talk about weird, random, crazy things that happen in small towns. It is a segment that can be best described by my good friend, Justin Clyde Williams.
We're just small town dudes with small town news, breaking stories of crimes committed you never do. Mind your P's and Q's or they'll cover you. The town may be small, but the news is huge.
All right. Thank you, Justin Clyde Williams. What do you have for us today, intern Isaiah? I've given this over to my young hayseed Gen Z. He's 21 years old. Intern Isaiah.
Well, before I get into it, I have to do it shirtless now.
Oh, what happened?
104.
How's this happening?
I have no clue.
I'm a little upset that you guys aren't doing this every time. Why do I need to bribe you?
I know.
That's what I'm saying, because last time when we were trying to do that stuff before, we got it that one time.
Yeah, and it went away.
But now we
have to offer something.
We appease somebody with his food fetish, and now it's
gotta do, right?
shared.
Yeah. I'm wondering if there's a way to find out if it's 104 unique shares, or is someone just signing off, signing back in. I don't know how it works, but if it says 104, then that must be what it is. We got to shoot 500 next time.
I mean, sometimes you have to offer. You have to offer things up. Like
All right.
when you're married, you're like, you would have to offer things before you could have sex. It's kind of in that same boat, right?
It's the same damn thing.
It's the same thing.
It's exactly the same.
Like shoes.
That's how you entice that honeymoon.
Outfits.
Just a nice earrings.
Trips, earrings, jewelry. Same deal, right?
That's right. Okay, intern Isaiah, what do you have for us today?
So, nurse fired for having an affair with a patient, and the patient died during sex.
I can't wait to hear the details of this story.
So, y'all ain't gonna believe this one. A British nurse lost their job after the hospital learned that she had been having an affair with a patient. And to beat it all, the patient died in the hospital parking lot having sex.
Well, if you're going to die, I've thought about this many times. For me, if I die, that is a great way to die. But then you got to think about the other person.
Just remember, Jody's taking notes.
Jody, I don't want to scar you like that, Jody.
Right.
I wouldn't want to do that to her, but what a great way to go. I mean, Richard Pryor has a whole bit about this. Have were you about to talk about that?
Yeah, I know who Richard Pryor is.
I didn't know if you were about to go there, though. Richard Pryor has a whole bit about that.
Yeah,
where he says he came and went at the same damn time. But yeah.
I wonder if he had a Kiss condom on.
A Kiss condom.
Because they could bury him in a Kiss coffin. That way they could say, Kiss got him coming and Kiss got him going.
Already. Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't know they had those? They have like Kiss condoms. And
I know Kiss has everything.
Yeah.
Kiss has caskets. You can get buried in a Kiss casket.
Dimebag and his brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, well, let's get more about the story here.
So I guess he should have had sex according to the church bells and not the ice cream truck.
What does that mean? What do you think that means, Marcus?
I have no idea. He lost me an ice cream.
Explain that one. Why does that?
You never did hear that old joke about the old couple that had sex and the guy died during sex, and the lady goes, "Oh, he would still be alive if it wasn't for that effing ice cream truck, because they had sex according to the church bells." And you know how?
What do you mean according to it? Like to the rhythm of it?
Yeah. So you know how they're real slow.
Yeah.
And then an ice cream truck has a real fast.
Wow. That's a long way. That's a long road to go down for that very small bit of humor.
Continue.
That's okay, but I like your effort. Continue.
So the man is known as Patient A, and I think they missed a good opportunity here. I think they should have called him Patient 69.
Okay, why are they calling him Patient A?
I have no clue.
Where did this happen? You haven't told us where this happened yet.
Oh, Wales.
Oh, Wales, England.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, this is across the pond.
Wait a minute, but what do you even know what 69 means? I mean, seriously.
Oh, here we go.
I know you know it's a sexual number, but do you know what it means? Just say yes or no.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't want to get into it because my mom's watching, so
And
I don't
my
want to
mom's
embarrass
watching.
her.
I understand. I didn't want him to explain it. I just wanted to make sure he knew what it was.
I'm sure at this point,
He's 21.
this dude's got to know. You know how
Right.
perverted he quietly is.
Perverted he quietly is. Yeah.
Hey, but
Yeah.
they refer to him as patient A. That to me, that makes me wonder if they found patient B, C, D.
Yeah.
So it sounds like there's a little bit of a pattern.
Now, I wonder why they call him patient A and not zero. Haven't you heard like patient zero?
Yeah,
That's a
especially
thing.
during a pandemic.
I guess over there they use the metric system.
I know that like most people that do it think it's uncomfortable though.
Do what?
69.
Oh, we're
Because
back
they
to
say
that.
it looks like a good idea, and then when you start doing it, it's like, oh, this is uncomfortable.
No, it's not
I
that. It's
believe
not that
it
bad.
depends on the size and your physical ability.
It's not that bad.
Right.
You gotta. Yeah. You
When
got
you're
to.
starting out, it's a fun thing.
You got to
do.
bend a little. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Go ahead.
So anyway, patient A died of a heart attack while he was checking the nurse's internal temperature with a special thermometer.
Meat thermometer.
Yeah, a meat thermometer.
Okay.
And the nurse is named Penelope Williams. And Penelope failed to call the ambulance.
Oh.
And there's some pictures
Because
of
I was
her
picking up my dad.
in this article. And I have a question for y'all because I think she's a pretty hot chick. So
Okay.
would y'all? I know you're married, but
Would
if
we?
you was single,
a single
would you
John
tap it?
Reep and a single Mark.
Yeah,
Let's just all pretend we're single for hypothetically for this
I can't wait to see what she looks
picture.
like.
I want to see what she looks like.
Whoa,
Okay,
whoa.
how old is she?
She's not that bad of a.
No, she's got a very pretty face, pretty eyes, right?
Yeah.
She looks like she could be a little crazy,
Right.
Yeah.
which means she might be excellent in the bed.
You know what they say: a freak in the head is a freak in the bed.
There you go.
Wait a minute.
You want a freak on the streets? Yeah, it's a song. A freak in the head is a freak in the bed. Yeah.
You've never
no,
heard
she's,
anybody say that?
You looked that up.
She's
You
not
never heard it.
ugly.
No, I didn't.
I want to know what the guy. Why was he in the hospital? What was his problem?
So he had the dialysis thing going on.
Kidneys?
Yep.
Oh no.
And that's how they met. So patient A met Penelope Williams through work because she was helping him treat his dialysis.
By like sucking out the urine.
And he also had another medical condition.
Good
Do you
God.
remember the old like Viagra commercials that say if you have a hard on for more than 4 hours, seek medical attention? But that's not how
Something
it
weird
worked.
about hearing you say hard
That'd
on.
be erection.
When you have a hard on,
So he's just seeking expert advice.
right?
He's like, help me solve this
I
problem.
don't think. Okay, let me. Maybe you could tell me. I don't know all the story here, but I don't know if she should be fired. If this relationship was consensual,
Right.
and they were outside in the car doing their own thing, having fun, why does she have to go down? I mean, the guys
I'll tell you why. She
ahead.
didn't report it.
didn't report which part.
She didn't report
She
the
didn't
heart
report
attack.
that he would die.
She called a colleague
Oh.
and was like, hey, my boyfriend is having a heart attack. What should I do? And the colleague had to call and report that the dude was
Oh,
having
so
a heart
she
attack.
was looking out for her job.
Yep.
She got nervous. I think I just killed him.
Yep.
You know,
By the way, I've noticed something about this picture.
there's a baby in the back.
Filter.
Oh yeah,
She's filtered it to death.
that's
But now
everything.
the
'Cause she
one up
doesn't
top
look that
That's all of them.
wasn't a filter.
Huh?
The one up top, I don't think had a filter.
No, but there's definitely a baby behind her.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not
that was from patient C.
Yeah, patient C. All right, continue.
So when the ambulance arrived, they found patient A, and he was partially naked and unresponsive. And at first, Penelope lied and said that they were just having a conversation in the car. But she finally admitted to an ongoing relationship with the patient. So
Yeah,
they
she's-
had a relationship for several months, maybe years.
Do we know anything about them outside of this? Like, did she already have a husband and was married, or try to keep it secret?
Well, I think
were they
it's-
cheating on other people?
I think so, because in the article it said secret affair. So I'm going to assume that she
right,
was,
right.
and maybe he might have been married too.
That's
I
what I'm
don't-
saying. Yeah.
So,
Well, this kind of reminds me of. Well, I better not do it.
What do you mean?
After dark.
You got to now.
you got to
After
save it
dark.
for the
If
after
we get to
dark.
500 shares, I'll tell you what I was about to say. But it's going to take 500.
By the way, we're at $4.99.
Well, where are we at right now, share-wise?
Share was.
And any interesting comments that you're itching to tell me? And why are you wearing that hat and shirt?
Oh, this is our new intern, Wilson.
Oh, it's Wilson?
It's
It's
Wilson.
good to see you.
I got a
Wilson.
question for you though.
All right.
Have you ever
And we're at 104 still. So
104? So have you ever been during intercourse felt like you were going to die
Oh, every time.
every time?
At the end.
At the end, you feel like you're
Like when you get to that final climax.
right.
Oh, when
feel
you
like
get
you're
to,
gonna
the
die.
I mean,
pre-com.
my heart rate goes up.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll just do this and go like, here, feel that.
Yeah.
There's a pa, 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 pa. I'm like, this cannot be good for me. It's cardio. I mean, if you're doing it right.
Yeah. Yeah. Give them
How
hell.
about you?
Have I ever felt like I was going to die? No.
Or close to it, like a heart attack, anything like that?
I've
Has your heart raced so much?
I've almost blacked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got a really good head rush out of it. And,
Mm-hmm.
dizzy. But I never felt like I was going to die. But I did feel like I was going to black out.
Well, I don't say die, but like, yeah, I felt like definitely. I felt the heart goes faster than it probably should.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, oh man. All right,
Get
go
the
ahead.
Fitbit. Let's see what my heart rate is.
That'll be a new segment.
Right. After
Wrap it up.
After she admitted to the relationship, she lost her nursing job and she is no longer a registered nurse.
Not
And I
fair.
want to remind everyone that this is not the plot of Naughty Nurses 3, which I've seen multiple times. It's a great film.
Oh, boy.
This is an actual story that took place in Wales. But to me, it would have been funnier if it would have took place in Beaver Lick, Kentucky, or Intercourse, Pennsylvania.
All right, Wales. The town might be. But
Good job, Isaiah.
You mentioned something about comments earlier. So Eddie chimed in. He says his girl said she broke hips and the HIPAA law. So she.
That's good. Why didn't you write that down?
Yeah, man.
She broke hips and a HIPAA law.
That's
right.
Eddie Weber.
Eddie Weber, good job, Eddie. That's how you do it right there. Okay,
My man.
let's give some money away. What say you? I've got, look here, one,
two,
two,
there's like 10
3,
there.
4, 5. I got six. So you guys at home right now, pick a number between 1 and 6, and that is the check that I will use for this game. So you guys, my interns, first number that you see pop up between 1 and 6, just yell it out, and we'll count these checks off, and that will be the check that we choose. A number between 1 and 6. It could be a 2, it could be a 3, it could be a 4, it could be 5.
3.
Number 3
There's
it
a
is.
3.
All right. A 1, a 2,
A
3.
3.
All righty. So, some of you might know, some of you might not know. I'm not just a comedian and podcaster. I'm also an actor. I've been in movies, sitcoms, adult films like the Naughty Nurses there. And they have to pay me every time they air them. They're called residual checks. I get them in the mail all the time. I thought I'd make a game out of it. So what I do is, I don't know how much is in this envelope. We're going to open the envelope. I'm going to tell you what it's for. You call in with a guess, right? There's a number down here. Start calling that number, because we're going to take 3 random phone calls. And whoever's guess of the amount of the check, whoever's closest, is going to win this check. It's that simple. It is a game that we like to call How Much Is That Screen Actors in Residual Check? All right, good one, buddy.
I like the Karate Kid thing you did.
Yeah, I was trying to do
Great,
some
dude.
karate moves.
It's back on Netflix. It's Karate Kid 1 is back on Netflix. Karate Kid 1 and 2, by the way.
There you go. Yes, Ball, I hear you.
So I got a problem.
Oh, boy, we got
So-
problems.
You guys know I've been playing hooky for last month and doing my comments and stuff via remote, thanks
Yep.
to not thanks, but because of my dad's
Your
situation.
dad, you also having dad problems.
Exactly.
Me and Ball at the same time.
All the well wishes and everything are greatly appreciated, and I have tried to participate via chat and stuff. So
thank you for that.
I'm glad to be part of it. Meanwhile, during that time frame, I was being inundated by various messages. So here's the situation. The last show that I was here on, we had a check that was very close guessed upon.
Mm-hmm.
And upon various review and to include a particular email that actually specifically specified what said guess was, we have a conundrum with the check for $42.55.
Right. I remember. I know what you're talking about.
So this was between, I cannot remember the guys, I think it was a Jason or something like that. It's from South Carolina.
Yeah.
And Miss Roseanne Henshaw.
Right.
So anyway, he got his goods. So we got
He
that
chose
taken
to
care of.
take a mystery, an item from the mystery box of merchandise.
Yes, sir. And we
Which
took care
means
of them.
we now
and
have
in the
the check.
process, we got the check, brought it in today since this is my return.
Yep.
So I'll turn it over to you.
Who?
Roseanne Henshaw.
All right. Roseanne Henshaw. Number one, thank you for being.
Yeah, we missed it.
Thank you for being a Patreon supporter and a loyal watcher, listener, and commenter, and all that stuff. She was saying that her guess was the accurate guess.
She was
that we
3 cents
misheard someone or whatever. Therefore, Roseanne Henshaw, if you want this check, it is yours. Okay? So all you got to do now is email Mark Ball, not me. Email Mark Ball. Mark you probably already have her email, don't you, Mark?
I don't, but I know I can get it.
All right. So get with Mark Ball, Sergeant Mark, having 8 balls deep, and we'll get this check out to you unless you say in the email that you don't care about the check. You'd rather have something from the mystery box of merchandise, right? So there you go, Roseanne. Sorry for the confusion. Now let's get on with this one. I got this check right here. What I'm going to do is open the check. I'm going to tell you what it's for. We'll do some in-house guessing. These guys are going to guess, and the closest person to the amount in the room, that'll give you a clue as how you should be guessing, because that's another thing. People go like, I don't even know where to start with this thing. We've given checks for a penny away. We've given checks for over $1,100 away.
Sure did.
How many? $1,100
dollars.
There you go. Where'd you go?
Huh?
Where'd you go?
He's looking at his comments from his small town news.
Right,
Yeah.
right. All right, so let's get with it. All right, I'm going to open this check down here to where y'all can't see it. And we'll just get into it. We'll say what it's for. Okay. This is for one episode of Eastbound and Down on HBO, Chapter 23, for video, DVD, basic cable, one check. Isaiah, how much is this check?
$12.91.
Okay. Stamos.
777.
777 ball.
I am going to go 965.
965. What was your name?
Wilson.
Wilson.
Yes. In honor of today, $7.11.
Ah.
Oh.
7-Eleven.
He's
So
looking for that endorsement.
The lowest amount was 711, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
You would win this check. If someone in this room was going to win, it would be Elliot because his guess was the closest. And we're not doing Price is Right rules. It doesn't matter if you go over. It's whoever's closest to the amount. I call that horseshoes and hand grenades. Closer the better. Cornhole, whatever. Okay. All right, that being said, now you're probably thinking, well, John, I haven't called in yet. You're not going to get to my call because I'll be at the bottom of the pile. No. We have a randomizer. Show them the randomizer, Stamos. This is a spinning ball of balls. It's like the lottery, right? Bingo. He's going to spin that. These balls have numbers on them. He's going to pick a ball. I'll read the number.
There's two balls.
And that will be the number of call that we take. So it's never too late to call in. Right. So go ahead and do it. Stamos, what is the ball number?
Ball number 30.
Ball number 30. Caller number 30. That's right. The Alan Jackson, whenever you're ready. Let caller number 30 into the showroom. And we'll talk to them. And we'll see if they can do better than Elliot.
They're in the room.
Hi there. This is John Reep. Who are you?
Hello.
Hello there. Who are you?
This is Frankie Eblacker. I've called you before.
Frankie. What's your last name?
Eblacker.
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 Yep.
In this room, he be blacker. What?
I've heard it all.
I'll be whiter. Oh, that was good. What? I had to make my friend laugh.
That was funny. Thank you,
Frankie. So, Frankie, what do you do for a living, buddy?
Work at Games Retail.
Gabe's?
Yep.
Oh, do you know this guy?
Yeah, he's from Hickory. I think he lives
Mark,
in
don't you go to Gabe's?
No, I do not, but I do know that he's called in before.
Okay. They got any good deals at Gabe's?
Yes, we just got a whole new truck full of stuff yesterday. We also got 2 more trucks coming in this week.
All right.
So we're getting more merchandise in.
Well, thanks for calling in, man. How old are you?
42, about ready to be 43 on Halloween.
Oh, okay. Well, happy
spooky birthday.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so Frankie works at Gabe's. He's from Hickory. Have you ever seen Eastbound and Down on HBO?
I'm going to go $6.69.
$6.69. All right. Lock them in, the Alan Jackson. Don't hang up, Frankie. We're going to take 2 more phone calls at random, and we'll see if these people can match you, beat you, whatever. They can be blacker than you. All right. Spin the random ball of balls.
All right. I've got a new ball. We're going to go with ball number 42.
Caller number 42. The Alan Jackson. Whenever you're ready, let caller number 42 into the showroom.
They're in the room.
All right, this is John Reep. Who are you?
Hey, John, it's Brad from Midlothian. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Can I get a little bit more volume? Someone from Midlothian.
Virginia.
Yeah, but what was your name?
Brad.
Brad. All right, Brad. Midlothian. Where is
It's
that?
near Richmond.
Thank you. Near Richmond.
Yeah, it's near Richmond. Yeah.
Okay. What do you do for a living, buddy?
Not much. Kind of retired.
Oh, yeah? How old are you?
64.
No way.
Nice.
You got a young voice. I would have
I know.
guessed just
I thought
by
he was a
listening to
kid.
the voice.
Okay,
I would have
yeah,
said
well.
28.
Me too.
Well, thank you there, John. That's
You're
very
welcome.
nice of you.
You got a good voice.
He just changed. Now it's older now. Did you notice that?
That mature voice.
He
Well, that's
he
'cause I
grew
got-
on us.
Yeah, I got him excited. What do you do for a living? No, what was your last job?
My last job, I worked in IT business.
Oh, that movie It. I've seen it.
Yeah,
It's a very scary film.
Clowns, and balloons were my thing. Yeah.
In the sewer drain. Yeah.
Yeah. Frankie would love It because he was born on Halloween. See how I connected the dots, Marcus?
Full circle. Thank
That's
you.
full circle. Okay, Brad from Midlothian, who used to work in IT. What did you do in IT?
I just managed a lot of people and customers, and it wasn't that exciting, but so.
Well, thank you for that
Beg to
information.
differ.
Yeah, we don't need to go there. Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, I'll decide if I need to go there.
Okay. You
my
are
show.
in charge.
It's
Yeah.
my show, Brad. But I agree with you. I've decided we don't need to go there.
Right.
All right. Brad from Midlothian, how much is this Screen Actors Guild residual check?
$4.84.
$4.84. Lock him in. Locked in. All right, we got one more. Don't hang up, Brad or Frankie. We got one more call. No one's got it exactly right. Mark has already picked his next ball. And what number is it?
Lucky number
7?
7.
Oh, wow. Lucky number 7. The Alan Jackson. Pick caller number 7.
In the room.
Hi there, this is John Reep. Who are you?
Mark Lawing from Blunter, Texas. How you doing, bro?
Mark Barnes.
Mark Barnes or Lawing?
Lawing.
You just talked over him, Elliot. Mark Lawing?
Come on, Elliot. Don't talk over me.
Yeah, whatever your name is.
Lawing.
Okay.
Lawing, John.
Lawing.
Well, I'm the reason why I'm asking is I have cousins with the last name of Lawing on my daddy's side.
Oh.
So I'm wondering if we're
Yes,
related.
sir. Well, could be. My family is from Raleigh, from Lincoln, North Carolina, but I live in...
The Lawings are from
Texas.
Lincoln.
Yeah.
My dad's sister, Kay, K-A-Y, married a Lawing.
Okay.
So the Lawings are in the family. So we might be related, dude, and they're from Lincoln.
We could be, but tell your sister that I'm sorry. She married a Lawing.
Well, that would be my aunt. Yes.
Your aunt. Tell her
she would
I'm
agree with
sorry.
you.
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
Yes,
so
sir.
you're from Texas?
Yes, sir. I was born and raised in Texas, but my family's from Lincoln. I used to live over there from about 18 till I joined the Army until I was 20.
Oh man, that's great.
And what's do you know Tim Lawing?
Yes, sir, I do.
That's my cousin.
Huh.
Yeah. All right, we might be related, man.
Wow, what a small world.
It is a very small world.
Come back home, man.
Yeah. Did you hear about Daddy?
Man, I'd love to be over there.
Yeah, it's way better than Texas, right?
It depends on where
no
you're at.
doubt.
Yeah.
Well, the stars at night.
Well, who cares about
Big
that?
and bright.
They're big and bright and deep in the heart of Texas.
And also Lincoln, by the way. You can see them pretty good in Lincoln.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
At nighttime.
Yeah, you can.
Where Wes lived.
Depends on where you're at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus, we used to cruise in Lincoln around the courthouse,
Cat
right?
Square.
Yes, sir. Around that courthouse right there, the town square.
Yep.
All right, buddy. Eastbound and down, one check. How much is this Screen Actors Guild residual check?
$3.16.
$3.15. All right, now all the guesses.
316.
316. All the
Like
guesses.
Austin 316.
There you go. All the guesses have been guessed. They've been locked in. And there's no going back. I don't know who the winner is because, again, we do not do math.
No, we did general math. I did general math 1, general math 2. Done.
Just generally.
That's pretty much add, subtract, multiply, and divide. There was no, what are we,
Division,
square,
long division, squares,
roots,
fractions.
none of that stuff.
So, if we had someone from IT here, like one of our callers, maybe he could help us figure it out, but let's not get into that, right?
No, we've been told not to get into that.
We do have an algorithm machine back there in the back, and that sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. What we've done now is given it, basically, the Alan Jackson is the algorithm machine.
Would not want that job.
He has somehow become one with it.
He's done a lot of work on it. He's had to do a lot of repair work on it. He's had to do a lot of maintenance on it.
Right. So he said, why not just ingest it?
I think he upgraded it. I think we got an upgrade on it a couple weeks ago, so he had to do an upgrade on it.
Yep.
So he's been
his body is the upgrade. His brain is the upgrade. So he doesn't even need the machine. The machine is his brain. It's synced up.
That was quick.
Wow.
We got our money's
Feel
worth,
that.
did we? I mean, it's hot. I know. I feel it. I ain't touching it.
All right. So we have a winner, huh? Ball?
Yes, sir.
I don't know. You don't know.
I have no idea.
The only person on planet Earth who knows the winner of this check for one episode of Eastbound and Down on the Home Box Office Network is the Alan Jackson. And if we're nice, if we ask him nicely, maybe he will reveal who the winner is. And we'll give him this check. I think now might be a good time.
Nervous. I'm so nervous.
The winner is in the room with you right now.
Here we go. Let's find out who the winner is. Hi there, this is John Reep. Who am I talking to?
This is Mark Lawing.
Mark
Texas.
Lawing from Texas.
Whoop, whoop. Gonna do with all that cash.
All right, buddy. Your guess was for $3 and
16 cents.
Yep.
the actual amount of this check is for $3.62. You were so
Man, how
close, buddy. Can you see it right there? Congratulations, my friend.
Almost a can of skull there, my friend.
That's right. Let me ask you a question. Well, here's the deal. You can keep the check. Check is technically yours. You've won it fair and square. We can't go back on that because of the FCC Rules and Gaming Commission. You know, they keep watching these things. They keep track of it.
Cherokee.
So we have to make sure that we follow the rules. But we can also add to. So you can keep this check or you can play Let's Make a Deal.
Well, you know me, cousin. Let's play Make a Deal.
All righty. So here's what we're going to do. You have now forfeited this check. The check is mine.
Yes, sir.
And now you get to have an item from the mystery box of merchandise.
Prime Day.
Who's in the box? Oh! What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? Now here's what we're going to do. We're going to make Stamos play the claw game. He can't see what's in here. And he's just going to reach his hand in there. I'm going to shake it up. And whatever he pulls out of this mystery box, Mark Ball is going to send it to you in the mail with some other country-ish goodies. What do you say? You ready to play?
I am ready to play. It's about time Mark Stamos does a little bit of something.
All right.
Your face. Go
Here
ahead,
we
buddy.
go.
Do me right. Do me right, Stamos.
Oh, look at here now. you got a hat from Hendrick Honda of Hickory, one of our favorite sponsors right here in Hickory.
Yep.
We're going to get a hat out to you, to Texas. You can represent Hickory in Tejas. That's Spanish for Texas. And we'll get you a koozie and maybe a CD and who knows what else. All you got to do now,
That sounds good.
go to countryish.com, click on contact, send me a message with your name, your address, and we'll get this out to you ASAP. Huh?
Yes, sir, I will do that. I appreciate y'all. You know, I've been a long-time listener, long-time fan.
Awesome.
Call him Cuz for you.
Thank you, Cuz.
Yeah.
All righty.
Thank you, Cuz. And, hey, take care of Uncle Tim.
You tell Aunt Kay I said hello. All righty.
Yeah, I will do, brother.
All righty. That's it. All right, everybody. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. That was fun. I always like giving money away to fans. This is now we got to figure out how to end the show because we try to keep it an hour. We're already an hour 20 minutes.
I ain't even made dinner yet. You know that? I'm ready to go eat some supper.
Well,
Where are we
deal's
going?
a deal.
I don't know. Let's go somewhere. I'm hungry.
Deal's a deal. What was the deal? We get to what? What's happening?
Get to 100.
Oh yeah.
Young pup.
Yeah.
He's gonna be slipping and sliding with that Slurpee.
What? How many shares do we have?
106.
106.
106.
It slowed down right after we hit that 100 level.
All right.
Well,
so
let's take this outside, huh?
let me do this real quick. Yeah. So what's coming up next for me is Gastonia. I'll be at the Caramount Health Park this Thursday night. Come see me. Then I'll be in Greenville, South Carolina, the 14th, 15th, and 15th and 16th. No, 14th and 15th, and 16th. Yeah,
Wow,
sorry.
that's a long time.
Greenville, South Carolina, Comedy Zone. Come see me. Then I'll be in Miami, Oklahoma, at the Buffalo Run Casino, July 21st. All these tour dates can be found at countryish.com. Springfield, Missouri. Look at all of that stuff. It's out there. And I want you to come see me. King Ferry, New York. Albany, New York. Yeah, how many New York people we got in here watching Country-ish? So, go check out my tour dates and hit the share button. We're not just a podcast visually. We're also Google Podcast, Stitcher, Podbean, you name it. If there's a podcast, we're there. And like I said, if you want to be on the show, become a Country-ish supporter, join our support page. Go to countryish.com, click on support, choose your level. Each level has different rewards. Today we had our first Platinum Elite. That was my nephew, Zach Reep. And so he came in here, sat down. We talked about him and his business.
Yep.
So check that out. Yes, Ball, you got something?
Well, once you get ready to close, I had something. So if you're at that point, let me know.
Yeah, give us some. We need new Apple Podcast reviews. We don't have any new ones. So basically, if you write a nice review, write whatever you want. Give us 5 stars. We'll make Isaiah read it.
Yep.
And in your voice, or hayseed.
And I'm sad that we don't. I like reading the reviews.
I like you reading them too. So that help us out. It helps the podcast out. If you got no money and you want to help, that's a good way of doing it, right? Just be creative. You can use Chat GPT for all I care.
That'd be funny. Chat GPT, iTunes.
Write
review.
a nice iTunes. Oh, we should
Just
do that.
copy and paste it. It
Yeah,
only
doesn't
takes
matter.
like what,
All-
2 seconds.
We just need the 5 stars.
Right.
Really, you can write anything you want. You know. All right, go ahead, Ball.
Okay, so again, appreciate everybody for while I was out, the good wishes. Well, during that phase, I turned 35.
Oh, congrats!
On the 30th of June, and so I will tell.
We missed your birthday.
We missed my birthday.
Dag nabbit.
So, anyways, Samantha Dawn was kind enough to send me this. I will tell her I appreciate everything, but I realized that there's some stipulations with it since it was found in the cubby at the White House. So it finally got cleared. It finally got cleared by the FBI. So I will check this out and respond to it. So I certainly appreciate it.
Be careful. Could be anthrax too.
Anthrax is in the building.
How funny is that though? That Hunter Biden is back with the family, and he's in the news. He's walking around with that dang backpack. Every time I see him, he's got that red backpack, like he's going to school. He's homeless. And now they find cocaine in the White House.
Well, that's
I'm not saying it's from him, but it could have been one of those deals like, hey, man, leave it in the cubby hole. I'll get it when I get back.
Yeah.
Someone else could have dropped it off for him.
But that does explain why Joe was walking away he was with the king the other day.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he probably dabbled. Him and
All right.
Camilla probably back there doing lines.
Oh, yeah. That's one of my favorite Argus Hamilton jokes. I don't like cocaine. I like the way it smells. That's it. All right. So thanks for watching and reviewing, subscribing, and sharing. I mean, we got to 105 shares. And a deal is a deal. Who wants to be the cameraman?
So yeah, how about we'll play the credits and then we'll come back to outside doing
I
this.
see.
Yeah,
This will be after the credits.
Yep.
Come back, and we'll be outside.
that's
all
right. So you got to stay through the credits
So,
and then we'll have fun
I'm
afterwards.
saying goodbye, but we're coming right back after the credits. All right? Go ahead, Alan.
Well, life on the farm is kind of laid back, but I wouldn't know that I'm from a cul-de-sac. Don't chew tobacco and I don't smoke crack. Thank God I'm country-ish. Well, a simple kind of life, never did me no harm, but I do know a guy with only one arm. Keep your fancy smartphones and your self-parked cars. Thank God I'm country-ish. Well, I got a podcast that'll make you giggle. It ain't number one, it's right in the middle. The town's not big, but it ain't too little. It's time for country-ish. Go on, you.
Hey, everybody, it's me again. I just want to say thank you for listening or watching this podcast. You know, we couldn't do this without supporters like you. Oh, wait, are you not a supporter? Well, you could be. It's real simple. Go to countryishpodcast.com. Click on the word support. That will take you to our Patreon page. That's our support page. And from there, you can support us many different ways. There's different levels. You got $5 and up. You got Pewter Pro, Rhinestone level, Executive Zirconia, all the way up to Platinum Elite. And all of them come with different rewards. We're talking hats, t-shirts, ginger beard masks, even be a guest on the show. You got to check out our Patreon page. Go to countryishpodcast.com, click on support, and thank you.